morning everyone. It's Sunday and I'm sorry we haven't been vlogging all week because we've been really busy. I've been at work, Ellen has been at my mum and dad's. Actually we've got some sunshine today, which is nice because it's been a horrible week. And I seem to have spent most of my week cleaning the kitchen floor because we've got 3 dogs. The garden is really muddy and basically they go out, they come in and it gets really muddy and I'm having to steam clean it every day, which is a bit of a pain. So Ellen has not been too good this week either, so we're not sure what we're going to do today because obviously a lot of things that we would usually do, my hair's going a bit messy, like roller skating, going for a nice walk, she can't do at the moment. She's got hospital on Tuesday. I'm not sure if they'll take the cast off and put another on or what, but we will let you know about that. Betty's jumping from chair to chair. She's been a bit of a pain, to be honest, isn't she? Eleanor's getting scratches all over. She just kind of comes and pounces on you with her claws out, and it's quite painful. But I'm sure she'll grow out of it, hopefully. Right, so we need to decide what we're doing today, don't we, Eleanor? Thinking of going out for lunch somewhere. Hi, so we decided to come out for Sunday lunch. As you can see, it's St Patrick's Day, so St Patrick's Day, everybody. We come to like a local place. It's really nice having a Sunday lunch and a starter. So that we're looking forward to that, aren't we, Eleanor? Say hi.
No thanks.
She says she doesn't want it today. I think she looks nice. They always look beautiful. And Rob's here and he's got a cold sore, so he don't want to be on camera. Wow, look at this. This is a starter, nachos. Eleanor's got
me and Mama share
tiger prawns. Look really nice salad. Rob's got the pulled pork nachos, are they?
You put me on video then.
So dinner's arrived. Eleanor's got vegetarian stuff, cauliflower cheese. Rob's got lamb. It does look nice, doesn't it? I've got turkey. Sorry. So what do you get? 2 veggie sausages and a corn roast. Right guys, so we are watching the Truth About My Past and Mental Illness video by Chris Ingham.
It's 32 minutes, you know.
Put it on, let's just do a little reaction thing. Let's show people what we think of it. Come on.
Giving them money.
Well, we've got to watch it once. People are talking about it. Let me sort my hair out. Oh God, I can't stand this theme tune. Just a tip, make sure you skip the videos.
What do you mean?
When it comes up, you have to put skip.
Skip out.
Oh God. Good morning, Ingham! Happy Friday! Red Nose Day. Fabulous, fabulous Red Day. Ooh, very excited.
In their non-uniform, with their bloopers on their
Bloopers. Bloopers, what they're called.
Charity donations. Expected about whose school didn't do anything. But I guess high schools don't, do they?
Anyway.
Sorted out the house, got showers, and now we're about
Why can't you just speak
I'm
normally?
gonna have my Easter egg tonight.
You can't have your Easter egg, it's not Easter.
just because that's what we've
They're looking at us, aren't they? Look,
Look,
they're
just
outside.
sat there.
Pretty's definitely ready.
Creamy
They are
egg
quite
in
tempting.
my tummy.
Come on,
Oh, she's rattling on.
let's go.
Sarah Ingham's rattling on.
That was the postman.
That was the postman.
You have to, I'm holding the camera.
I'm holding the camera.
I'm holding the camera.
He wanted this.
You wanted
I
this?
think it is more than what I did. So it is this Owlet Smart Sock.
Smart sock.
Basically, you can see
Track your baby's heart rate and oxygen levels. Why do they need that?
When they're in the cots, they'll send like an alarm to the phone if the oxygen level and heart rate goes down.
I thought they'd already got a sleep apnea monitor.
Or a few years ago, there was the in thing when I think I was born, and you could get like a sensor mat to put under their mattress, and then it would alarm.
Yeah.
We never actually got one.
No, because you were poor, weren't you, back then?
Freaks me out a little bit. And I'd constantly be
They didn't have the cash in them days, did they?
However, Chris is one of those really badly paranoid.
Really badly paranoid parents. Not paranoid when Isla's running off and cracking her head open. And things like that. Things like that. Thing.
And so we bought one, and are you happy that's arrived?
Yeah, I'm especially because it's actually brand new in box.
It's brand new in box, yeah. We actually got this off eBay.
Brand new in box.
I think
Off eBay. They love their eBay, don't they?
I think they're only available in America and the UK at the moment, but they're shipped from America, and we left it quite late to order. So we managed to get one on eBay for slightly cheap price.
Because they're cheap skirts. They love the bargains, don't they? Always got to have the bargains. Oh God, oh my God, look at the state of
That's
them.
what you were holding round in IKEA.
Is that what they have to carry around with them? Bloody hell. Oh God, I can't bear to look at
the
him.
camera doesn't wobble.
Jeez Louise. Why ain't he got his own merch on? Oh yeah, forgot it's shit. Oops, sorry.
Mom!
Sorry, didn't mean to say the S word.
You're going to have to bleep that out now.
Yeah, but the merch is crap, innit?
Again.
That's not a swear word.
Yeah, but it's still a naughty word. You're going to have to bleep that out, Mum.
They're going for a little walk down by Canal. Yeah, they live near a canal, so they're showing where they live now, aren't they?
Yeah, when we went.
We went where?
When we went to that.
We never. We know where they live.
Yeah, we did. Remember when we camped outside?
Oh yeah, forgot about that. When we did our 24-hour challenge in car. Yeah.
We didn't, did we?
Yeah. Very interesting footage of the canal here. Not.
Why do we need to see the canal thing?
We don't. Oh, she's holding hands with Chris. How sweet. Where are the girls? The girls, where are they?
Friday.
Oh, they're at school. Right.
She said that.
Oh, yeah.
Red nose,
Oh, yeah, Blackburn. Yeah, they have such a busy life, don't they? While the girls are at school all day, all they do is shop and go out for lunch. Such a hard life. Oh, God.
He went.
Why would you sit outside? Are you secret smokers? Oh, just filming a little train go past. It's just fascinating, this, isn't it? Tuna and cheese panini. Why are they eating outside? Oh, they're back to the favourite supermarket, Morrison's. They're in there every week, aren't they? Have you noticed he's got a bent nose? So he's in Morrison's. He's got his beanie on, and he's also got a hoodie up and a big coat. Why? I think he's trying to hide, isn't he? Just in case someone comes up to him in Morrison's and says something, because he ain't got his security, his kids with him. Blah blah blah, Chris. It's boring.
Anyway, guys, it's just about time to go and pick up the girls from school. Just about enough time to go nip home and drop off this shopping first. It was actually a little bit orcs at the tills just then when we were paying.
Which car are they in?
But it was just a little bit
Orcs, little orcs, little bit orcs, 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 orcs.
And then she goes, "Is it your first?" or something like that. And I was like, "No, I've got three girls." And she went, "Ooh, did you not want to stop at 3?" I was like,
No, she didn't want to stop at 3 because she needed a bit of cash rolling in. So they had to go for number 4 to distract from Chris's misdemeanours.
Yeah, and they also wanted to get the iFans presents and sell them on eBay for a bit of cash.
Bit of clickbait.
"Little cutie. Did you have a good day for Red Nose Day?"
Oh, thank the Lord they didn't send her in some red merch like they did at Christmas, poor little so-and-so. When it was Christmas Elf Day, they sent Isla to school in their red Ingham merch.
Oh, look at Boo!
Yeah, little mousy one.
We're having a lazy Sunday afternoon, aren't we? Oh, she's
You
purring.
gonna make your money? Yes. Goody, goody.
Watch her because she might turn.
Yes, mate.
Right, I think I'll pause this because this is just really boring. OMG, she's just said, "I'll have a delicious dinner waiting for you when you get home." Wonder what that's going to be then.
You just see my hand, it's a big mess. Anyway, I just got home from school and I just quickly ran downstairs and made myself a really nice.
Is it a fruit salad again? Oh no. Makes me laugh when she does a fruit salad.
With
the carrot.
With the
Yeah,
the,
and what
raw
else?
carrot,
Cucumber. Yeah, fruit salad.
and then some orange and banana. Look at her. She's rubbing it.
Comment down below what the weather's been like.
Comment down below what the weather's been like.
Really windy where we are at the moment.
Sorry, but she jumbles her words up, doesn't she?
I never normally clear with the girls because obviously they're a mess, but I think I'm going to
I'm actually not meaning it.
a big mess. And I'm also
Watch out, she'll claw you.
very generous today. Lucky for the girls.
Lucky for the
I'm
girls.
not going to lie and pretend that I'm some sort of chef because we all know that I'm not.
Yeah, we do.
When I do
We do,
cook,
love.
like a meal from scratch, it always tends to be the same meal.
Fajitas, I'm guessing. Is it fajitas?
Stir fry or chicken fajitas.
Yeah, chicken
Or
fajitas.
spaghetti bolognese or something like that.
Something like that.
Look, Mum, can you see what she's doing with her eye?
The same dinners and meals over
Yeah, we're getting bored as well, Sarah. Very bored.
I'm on a few pages. One of them's actually a Slimming World page, and there's some amazing, delicious recipes on that page.
Oh, Slimming World, she's getting ready, isn't she?
People seem
For
to
after
be
Babby.
loving, and there's a post pretty much every single day saying,
Oh, just get on with it.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
It tastes so good. And that is, it sounds really random.
Wonder what it's gonna
cheeseburger
be.
pasta. Mentioned it today.
Cheeseburger
and
pasta.
Everyone's just raving about it.
That's
So
a
I
super
thought,
healthy meal.
I know, let's try this cheeseburger pasta.
Oh my God, I've heard it all now. Cheeseburger pasta.
Aside from the mince, set out here and
Why is she doing cooking videos? She never used to, did she?
No,
But everybody
when I
was-
did that cook with me, Isabel suddenly turned out doing a stir fry.
I know. We think they watch our videos and get ideas, don't we, Al?
Right, we were in the field filming, saying things about that Sarah doesn't go to Marks and Spencer's. Then she went and got a meal deal from Marks and Spencer's and was showing it on the camera.
Yeah. Right, so super healthy cheeseburger pasta.
so here's the ingredients. We're about to start preparing this now. I'm excited to try cheeseburger pasta.
1 extra large onion. Not very finely chopped. Right, big stringy onions. Ooh. So basically it's just onion and tomato. Oh, they're using fry light. Big half a pound, big mince.
Second time cooking. I'm kidding me.
She's
I cook
13.
nearly every day.
She'll be 14 this year. I think she
I
should have
cook
been
nearly every
learning
day,
to cook.
and my nana was teaching me since I was like 4.
I know.
Or like 3, I'd watch her making things.
I know.
I've always loved
It's an
cooking.
important life skill, isn't it? Learning how to cook.
And she didn't learn. She doesn't know how to cook at 13 years old. That's the first time doing it.
Looking good. I think you need to
Right, so we're just sat here watching them stir some mince. Right. They're putting the onions in after the mince. Ugh. It won't cook. Oh, they'll have hard onions in it. Right, so they're putting pasta in now. So basically it's looking like spaghetti bolognese, isn't it? They're putting dry pasta in with the beef and chicken stock.
Pardon? They're actually doing that.
Yeah. Right, this is going to be interesting.
They need to boil the pasta in a pan.
You're enjoying your super healthy homemade meal, Isla? That's different. That's just plain pasta. Oh my god, that's so fake. They just showed you doing the pasta in it, and Isla was sat there with just plain pasta with nothing on it.
Let me rewind that because I didn't see it.
Right, we've got Chris now, and he's got a right big spot, haven't you, mate? Or is he cut himself shaving? Amazing again, it's amazing. Winnie Woo! It's a Winnie Woo! It's a Winnie Woo! Oh, she found a ring. Remember? Do you remember when Sarah's wedding ring went missing and they found it in Esme's drawer? What the heck was she doing with her mum's wedding ring and hiding it? About the time the allegations came out, wasn't it? That wedding ring went missing and poor little Esme decided to hide it. So lucky, man, that you found your little Disneyland Paris ring. What are you doing? Nobody wants to see a close-up of me. Oh, give up! Right, Chris is in some kind of dark place. Oh, right, he's gone to petrol station in dark with beanie on, hoodie up, black coat.
So I just came out to fill the car with some fuel.
With some fuel.
I thought I'd end the vlog in a bit of a different way tonight. Okay, so bear with me because it's way too quiet at the house for me to tell this story at the house, but it's also too dark in the car right now to do it. So I'm having to sit at the side of the air machine, which is just off to my right.
Oh my god, that's weird.
Get the most of this.
It's a little bit like when he sat in cupboard in Australia, isn't it? When he was in that cupboard and it were all echoey. The reason for my silence. Well, now he's stood loitering at the side of a petrol station.
Stop showing me.
So bear with me. No,
Bear with me.
This story time right now, like really long and drawn out.
No, please don't.
I wanted to talk to you guys about it. That's a really loud car. I just wanted to talk to you guys about it right now because I feel like it's kind of
Pass me cream egg.
You're not having your egg. Listen!
about
He's going to say something really revealing here now.
mental health that I've had in the past. And I've had some absolutely amazing responses from you guys from that. And a very, very lot of you guys have asked me many times now over probably the last year, to please do a video on my mental health struggles that I went through when I was younger. And since I put that post up yesterday, I've had literally so many messages asking me to tell my story and to share it with you guys. And I feel like I don't want to do a full video on its own about this, although I could talk about this for absolutely ages.
I bet you could.
I can tell you so many things that happened and that I went through when I was younger. Nothing bad to do with my childhood or anything. I'm talking about mental illness struggles that I went through in my late teens.
Mental illness
it
struggles.
almost nearly ruined my whole life. I could talk to you about that for a long time, but I thought I'd bring it up now in this video, so you're all going to see.
Well, why don't you get on with it then? 2 minutes he's done this.
Just have a brief run down
Rattling.
what I went through and hopefully
And can you
give some
do
inspiration to anyone
come
else
on,
that is
Chris,
going
come
through
on.
the same as I went through back then.
Yeah,
But
come on then.
here we go. So I guess it kind of starts if you go back to when I was in high school. In my first couple of years of high school, I struggled a lot. It was a big transition for me to go from primary school to high school.
Big
and I think
transition
that I took
for everybody.
More difficult than most kids. I don't really know why. Maybe I was a bit sheltered or something to the world. I'm not sure. But I was quite
Maybe you were a little
heavily
bit
bullied
weird.
in the first couple of years of high school.
Odd.
And it really ruined my self-confidence.
Did you wear your beanie,
I remember
Chris?
going into like the end of
Did
year
you take
8
your
into year
beanie
9
off at school?
and really feeling really low, and I don't know, I just absolutely hated everything about high school.
I
had a pretty
hated
rough
high
time.
school
And I think
too,
that's where
yeah.
it all started for me. Back then I used to have kind of OCD type thoughts about germs, and I used to be very paranoid about getting
OCD
poorly or getting
type
sick, especially getting sick, because I
thoughts.
used to have a big phobia of throwing up. So I used to be very paranoid
I have
about
that.
washing
Eleanor's
my
got that.
hands and things like that, to the point where I would physically make my hands bleed from washing them too much. But I do think that was like a coping
Really,
mechanism
Chris?
to cope with the bad
Did you really
experience I
make
was
them
going
bleed?
through every day at school. Something I didn't tell my parents about at the time when it was actually happening until a bit later on. But I think that was definitely part of my coping mechanism to deal with what I was going through day in, day out at school. Then when I got into year 9, things changed. Rollerblading came into my life in a big way.
The
It was a
rollerblading
huge
came
craze
into his
take off at the
life.
time. Everyone was doing it. I started doing it, and I was good at something, and I was good at it. I was really good at it, and everyone kind of then wanted to be friends with me because I was good at rollerblading.
I wonder if you
I
were
could
still
do it, and
ginger.
I built up a really cool friendship.
If he'd started
group
dyeing his
through
hair then.
rollerblading at the time, and I was loving life. It was great. I thought it was the best thing in the world. And then from then on into year 10, things were good. I didn't do too well at school in them couple of years. I remember I was a bit of...
Oh,
I
you
wasn't a
surprised
renegade
me.
by any means whatsoever. I just didn't try.
I thought you'd have been an
academically
A-grade
as hard as I
student,
could have done.
wouldn't
I was
you?
more
Not.
kind of interested in the fact that I had suddenly this friendship group through rollerblading, and that's kind of all I was interested in through year 9 and 10, which was, I feel, a big mistake at the time, but it's one of them things that you do when you're a kid. You know, you don't really realise what you're doing until
What's this
it's
got
too
to do
late.
with
And then it
anything?
got to year
Come on.
11, and it was time for GCSEs.
Right,
and
you're
I
talking
knew
about
by the time
school,
I was
yeah.
in year 11 what I wanted to do in my life. I was absolutely desperate to be a meteorologist. I wanted to go to Oklahoma in America and study tornadoes and severe thunderstorms, because that was what I was absolutely obsessed with. I was mad and interested in tornadoes and severe thunderstorms and all that sort of thing. After
Yeah,
watching the movie
likes tornadoes
Twister,
and
which inspired me
movie
mega
Twister,
back then.
yeah. What's
Anyway,
that
I
to
knew
do with
that
your
I
mental
had
health?
to get my butt into gear school-wise to be able to get the right grades.
got nothing
to go
to do with
college,
mental
to do
health,
the
has
right
it?
A-levels, to be a meteorologist.
thought he wanted
So
to
my
be a
last year of high school, I really
meteorologist.
put down,
My God.
Although my OCD about germs and stuff like that was still always in the back of my head, I kind of, it didn't really affect
Were you ever
me
diagnosed with
in my life
OCD,
at that
Chris?
point. I
Or
kind of had
were you
other things
just
to do, like,
kind
and
of
I was
saying that 'cause you
happy
used to wash your
in
hands?
myself at that point through rollerblading and all sorts of stuff like that. Anyway,
right,
so
yeah.
I knuckled
It could
down,
just be a
I
bit
got
of
to
a
college, I knuckled
perfectionist, a
down
bit
so
like
hard
me.
in college to get these grades
Seems
that I
me to
wanted
be.
that I went from just being able to scrape by in maths to get onto the A-level course to actually completely like getting the top grade at AS. I was absolutely smashed it. I even won an award that year for how good I'd become
smashed it at
doing
maths.
A-level maths. It was really weird.
A-level.
I kind of like had a really amazing teacher, and I discovered that I had like a real niche for doing maths, and I really enjoyed it, and I
Right.
loved it, and it was
Oh,
obviously
he's
something
good
that
at
I wanted
maths.
to do as a career, so
Do-
it made
Chris,
me much
just a
more
heads up,
focused
Chris, your
and driven
tax
to do
returns
it.
over
Anyway,
due,
it got
love.
to the end of my first year
Can
at
you
college. I
look
was doing
over there,
really, really
not
well.
there?
I came into my second year at my A-levels, and I was predicted by all the teachers to get the top marks, A stars, all the way through my A-levels. I got really good recommendations from my teachers to go to university. I got a university placement in Reading to go do meteorology with half of my course study
Well,
being
what
in
happened
Oklahoma in
at
America,
first,
where I
'cause
wanted
now
to be. I
you're
was
a
so
vlogger.
desperate to be there because that's where tornadoes happen. And I also got a placement at the University of Oklahoma as well to do the same degree. I basically smashed it, and I got really amazing university placement offers. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened.
I
but all
basically
of a sudden,
smashed it.
sometime in the
Talk
summer,
about bigging yourself
well,
up.
as we were coming up to my A-level exams, my final exams, and I was kind of realising that it was coming to the point where I needed to put all these grades on paper. I need to make it happen and get these grades to get into these places that I've been offered. I don't really know what happened, but I think it was just a combination of the massive amount of pressure that I'd put on my own self to get these grades and to get into university and to get this and to make this happen in my life. I put a massive amount of pressure on my own self, and I remember just slowly and steadily feeling super stressed. Like I couldn't deal with how much pressure was on my head with revision.
I think I might put this on for my bedtime story.
Like obviously lots of family members and stuff that were really happy for me that I was getting into this degree course that I wanted to do, and I don't know, just a lot of different things piled up on my head pressure-wise, and it ended up kind of culminating in basically me having bad OCD and getting into the whole thing about washing my hands too much, being worried about germs. I got into a thing about being worried about my eyesight because, you know, you need to have good eyesight to do the career I wanted to do, and I don't know, I started obsessing about different things to do with my health that could potentially ruin the life that I wanted to have. So slowly over like a few months, I noticed my self-confidence disappearing. I noticed myself getting very, very anxious all the time about everything in my life. I was getting anxious about my work, my grades, my health, especially my health. I developed a really unhealthy obsession with germs again from when I was younger, about getting poorly, about washing my hands way too much. To the point where I was like literally washing my clothes every time I come home from college before I came in the house because I felt I don't know what I was.
I'm sorry if this sounds insensitive.
Washing your clothes before you come in the house.
You don't wash your hair now, do you, Chris?
No, what does he mean washing his clothes before he came in the house? How can he wash his clothes before he comes in the house?
About myself, my appearance,
is he going to run around naked outside while his clothes get dry?
I guess it was just because of the pure stress that I put on myself. I got myself into a stage where
I think he has got a bit of OCD about that beanie,
I couldn't face the world.
He won't take it off.
Worried about disappointing people, about not
Can't wait to see Sarah in hospital giving birth.
That my parents were so proud about me achieving.
Parents were so proud.
I felt it pressure-wise, and I just couldn't.
I wonder how they're feeling now.
I can't explain the feeling that I had because I don't relate to that feeling anymore.
Eleanor's holding
I feel when I think back to that time that it was a completely different person.
No, I'm not.
Yes, she is.
I felt anxious about.
Just had to pause it because you were just going on and on.
Physically couldn't leave my bedroom. I just couldn't go. I couldn't go to college. I ended up having to take like 3 weeks out of college because I literally physically couldn't get out of. I didn't want to leave the house. I just couldn't deal with the world anymore. All of a sudden, you know, my college tutors were really worried about me. I ended up having to, in the end, defer and not take my A-level exams that year. I ended up having to defer them a year because I just missed out on too much work, too close to where the exams were supposed to be, which meant that I had to defer my university placement that I got.
Why is it a university placement? It's just a university place. It's not called a placement.
No,
you get a place at university. You don't get a placement at university, do you? I smell bull. Telly's paused. Even the telly can't stand to listen to it. Right, so our TV seems to have broken and it's refusing to play the rest of the video.
Look.
There we go. What I would say in conclusion, a summary of this video is, don't bother watching it because it's boring. All he says is that he got obsessive about washing his hands and he had to defer his A-levels and defer his university placement.
And then washing his clothes before he comes in the house.
Yeah, wash his clothes before he comes in the house.
So if you think about it, he's going to have to be naked outside the house for a few hours until his clothes wash and dry.
Can you imagine? Ugh. Oh no, get out my head, them thoughts.
Running down the street naked.
Eleanor's finding that quite funny. Oh dear. Yeah, so that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little reaction video. It was absolutely rubbish, wasn't it? Sarah made some pasta, bolognese, but called it cheeseburger pasta. As she does. Right. See you later, guys.
Lately, I've been thinking I want you to be